It is the viral video many people are talking about this weekend, an interaction between Native American activists and a group of high school students from the Cincinnati area who were in D.C. for the anti-abortion March for Life. It's one of several recent incidents under scrutiny. In Brooklyn, you recall, a prep school is under fire after video surfaced of students in blackface. Add that to the permit patties and the barbecue Beckys of the past 2 years, and it begs the question of where we are right now as a country at the halfway point of the Trump presidency. My panel is back with me. I stopped at permit patty and barbecue Becky because there were so many.
Oh, yeah.
Do you think, what is it? Is it what has happened since 2 years ago today? Is it that we have more cell phones that are shooting these incidents, or are these incidents on the rise?
I think that what we are seeing is what we knew to be true when Trump was campaigning before he became president. When he comes out of the gate talking about Mexicans being rapists and murderers and playing to the bottom of American sensibilities and playing to race and racism, this is what was going to happen. It is not that there are more people with cameras. It's that more white people feel emboldened to show their racism because they have a friend in the White House. No one has come out against what they saw yesterday on the Lincoln Memorial, on the steps of the Lincoln Memorial. You haven't heard from Mitch McConnell. These are kids from his state. You haven't heard from the president condemning what he saw, and this is not, what my Make America Great Again means as they're chanting build a wall.
No, are people more emboldened?
Yeah, I think so. I think I agree with mostly with that. Yeah, there's absolutely a reciprocal effect during the campaign, and particularly in the president's first year in office. I think he made race relations worse when he was agonizing over how forcefully to condemn white nationalist marchers, for example. And the reciprocal effect isn't just on the part of his supporters, but it is on the part of his opponents as well. You see Democrats now in Congress contending with anti-Semitism within their ranks, and I think that has come out because people are feeling less like they have to repress these sentiments if the president isn't, if these people in positions of authority and elites are not. Why do we have to play by different set of rules?
Let me, if I can just go ahead.
Yeah,
I know you had a question.
No. On that, I mean, we have a mashup of some of the president's greatest hits from the last 3 years that I want to play for you really quickly and get you to weigh in.
When Mexico sends its people, they're not sending their best. They're bringing drugs, they're bringing crime, they're rapists. I didn't even know he endorsed me. David Duke endorsed me? Okay, all right. I disavow, okay?
I have had horrible rulings. I've been treated very unfairly by this judge. Now, this judge is of Mexican heritage.
They call her Pocahontas. You know what I am? I'm a nationalist, okay? I'm a nationalist.
So, Basil, you don't think that's helping the rhetoric?
Oh,
the dialogue?
We are. It's not that he's made it worse. We're actually going backwards in time. I feel. And one of the things that you said, I know has been said a lot, but I feel uncomfortable with it, which is that there's a rise of anti-Semitism on the left. I don't think that that's true. I think there's a rise of anti-Semitism and a rise of racism and xenophobia, in part because of what was said earlier, which is that this president has given rise to that climate and has allowed people to sort of engage that climate. And there has been little consequence for even people like Representative King. Why did it take the Democrats to have to be in power to actually have Republican leaders or leadership in either house condemn the words that he's using? I don't want to put it in terms of Democrat and Republican, left or right. It has increased substantially during his time as president.
And we do have the FBI data that shows, hate crimes
are on the rise.
Up 17% from 2016.
Yeah, I don't think we disagree at all, actually. Essentially, we're on the same page in that these actions, these irresponsible actions, have reciprocal effects across the board. I think and to their credit, Democrats are confronting this forcefully, as are Republicans, but it took quite a long time to get there.
Donald Trump took the training wheels off of racism. Okay, think about that. It's always been around. Nobody's going to ignore the fact that racism has always been around. Other than emboldening people, there's no guardrails anymore. And if the person who's sitting in the highest office of the land is saying that certain things are okay, it creates a standard, which is now super low for people's behavior. On all sides.
Do you remember that Gillum soundbite during the debate? about the racists who believe that you're racist.
Right.
Do you feel as if that sentiment is the same for the president?
I think that I have never felt in my time this level of polarization of the country and race relations in and of themselves. The polls are showing 60% in a Quinnipiac poll at the end of November 2018, 60% of Americans disapprove of how Trump is handling race relations.
All right. Let's do the grade, because we're at the 2-year mark. 2 years left in for the first term in the Trump presidency. What do you give him race relations as a grade? Let's start with you, Noah.
Yeah, I'm going to say D, only because I had an F, and then I changed it with one mitigating factor, which is that his Justice Department has taken up a lawsuit on behalf of Asian Americans who were discriminated against on the basis of grading, and that is a step towards universal equality.
I give it an F, and to the point of that Supreme Court case, my sense is that is just a way to go in against affirmative action, to bring it back, and to get rid of it. So again, on all fronts, I give it an F. And just very quickly, as a kid that went to Catholic school for 12 years, that video just hurt my heart.
It is tough for a lot of people to watch. Danielle?
Is there something less than an F? Is there an F minus? Is there just like 0 to the floor? This president on racism, if he spells it and it's in a spelling bee, maybe he can get something higher than an F minus. But yeah, that's where I'll leave it.
Katie?
F.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Even when?
It's horrible. I mean, yeah, an F. It's just like, there's no words.
All right. So maybe it's an F when you're judging on the curve for you.
Great. Let's elevate it then.
All right.